Good morning from the Quilted Chicken Farm. Well, I have all the blocks put together on the Carrie Nation quilt. Can you see it? Oh, my chair's kind of in the way, but we're going to take it off the wall now and put some more borders on it. I've already cut and put one. You can't. I'll show you. Got them all the blocks, and I put a white piece around it. I put it probably a little bigger than what I should have, but I wanted it to make the quilt top just a little bigger. And I have cut the last border that I'm going to use, and I had this green, and I've been going to my scrap pile to, not scraps, but you know what, because they're good scraps, to make this thing. And this is actually about 108. So it's already cut, and we're going to sew it on there. I'm going to sew down the side. Let me get this in. Which way do I want it to go? Guess it don't matter. Let me scoot you here so you can watch Maybelline work. Maybelline's going to help me. Maybelline is my sewing machine. And we'll get it done pretty quick unless we run out of bobbin or something like that. My neck of the woods today, it's a nasty day. The winds are blowing, it's cold, raining. And I'm in the south. But it's just a winter day. It's a cold January day. January and February is when we have our bad weather sometimes. Let me scoot over just a little bit. I'm not going to pin anything. I'm just going to sew. Sewing this last border is pretty easy. If everything goes as planned, I may take it and put it on the quilt machine after a while. This stuff had some wrinkles in it, but I'm just going to line it up and straighten it up, and I don't think we'll ever know any difference. Because it is a scrappy quilt, just like our grandmothers would have made. Since they probably didn't make them on the sewing machine, they probably sat down and pieced them all by hand. And I don't know that my grandma, all the quilts she made, I don't know if hers ever had borders on them. I guess it was Eleanor Burns when I first started quilting and following some of her books and stuff. She's one that always had like 3 borders on them. And it just made the tops bigger as you put them extra borders. This quilt didn't have much green in it, but that's the way that's looking. What you think? It's too late to change it now. I'm not going to rip it out. It is what it is. There is one thing, if I had it to do over again, if I could redo it, and I'm not going to redo nothing, but if I ever make another one, I think I'll mix these up more. These little patches that's squares on the side, I think I'll just make a bunch of them and mix them all up. Might leave this row the same, but these I think I'd like all different colors all mixed up. But not this time. This arm gets tired holding up that top. When you're doing that, does your arm over here get tired sometimes? This hand's kind of relaxed holding it, but this kind of has to raise up and hold things, and it gets tired. Because I don't have any muscles. My husband says, I'll tell him sometimes my muscles are sore or something. He says, what muscles? You don't have any muscles. Whereas he teases me all the time. My arms are beeping. It's fixing to shut off on me. I don't know how far I go before I have to stop and line it up. Not too far. And put the edges together and go again. How far can you go? It's the arm getting tired. And I'm off the edge. Now some people would probably measure and cut both of them the same, but I don't do that. I just sew them and trim them up. There's that. Let's find the other side and get it started. Let me grab my piece. It's over in the chair. Now, here we go again. Oh, I got it upside down. I don't want it that way. Let me go the... Turn it every which way but loose. Now, this way. Now, where'd that green piece go? There it is. Found it. I'm going to hold it up, put it just a little bit over it, and I'll square it up and trim it all up after I press it back. Here we go. We'll go again. Racetrack here. But I've got 2 or 3 of them I want to get done because there's some more of them I want to get started quilting. Go back to doing those chickens with bonnets. I've got one of those started. I'm wanting to make that pieces quilt with the hearts and the crosses. Don't run out of bobbin on me now, Maybelline. Running out of bobbins like running out of gas, ain't it? Pull it up. Caught in my lap. Loosen it up a little bit. Oh, it's falling. You catch it. Get it up here out in my little, up a little bit more. I've got 2 or 3 different pieces around here. I can't decide what color I'm going to put on the back yet. I've got a pretty red that I bought. It's 108. I bought 3 yards of it in a bundle a few years ago. But I think it'll really kind of be pretty on the back of it, so I may put that. Then I may change my mind before I do that and use some other colors. I don't know yet. Have to surprise me and you both what I put on the back. Now, I've got the 2 long sides. But I've got to trim off. I think the green's gonna be pretty though. Let's hold it up one more time. There's the outside edge. And on this one, now I've got to do the top. But I've got to trim it before I do that top. Let me see. Let's turn right around here. Look at all my mess behind me. Find me a ruler. And I really ought to press it, but I'm just going to hold it up there. Pull it, make sure there's no wrinkles in it. I've kind of discovered that things don't have to be 100% perfect to still work. So now I'm going to put me another piece. Here's one right here. Turn this way. Because I'm wanting it done. Maybe it won't be quilted, but it'll sure be a long way. It'll be ready to get quilted. Get back up here. When you get to this step, the top just seems to just go every place. Get that piece. It had some wrinkles in it on one side. I'm going to get the side that don't have the wrinkles. I could be a whole lot more meticulous with stuff, but then I'd never get it done if I was picky with it. I think I'm a get it done person, or try to get it done, but then I don't. Then I have 101 stuff started. Alright, I'm going to keep sewing, and next time you see this thing, it may be on the quilt machine. Or I don't know, I may not put it on the quilt machine because I might want to show it tonight when we start our sampler block and we show these blocks. So you might see it tonight at the sampler sew along. Bye, y'all.